huge job losses, not just in the billion-dollar valuation startups, but also in the major tech companies like TCS and Wipro and all these companies. And the unemployment rate across the country is touching almost to 8%, which is more than 8%. There's a feeling across the country, what's keeping the youth busy is the cheap data that is available. Under these circumstances, I commend the Finance Minister and the Union Government for undertaking the welfare-oriented measures to push for the upliftment of the citizens of this country, sir. Almost 25% of the allocation in this demand for grants has been allocated towards the fertilizer subsidy, sir.
Please.
This will ease the financial pressure faced
Honorable
by the farming
members,
community.
please.
But there are two figures that do not sit well.
Please.
But there are two figures that do not sit well when government is talking of Atmanirbhar Bharat, sir. 1/4 of the allocated funds for the fertilizer is for the imported fertilizer, sir. Domestic production of fertilizer was 36.2 lakh tons, much lower than the target of 41.5 lakh tons in October, sir. This issue needs to be given serious thought if you are talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat, sir. Government is looking towards commercialization of and exploiting of production of phosphate deposits, sir. Government should look to Kadapa Basin in Andhra Pradesh, which has huge deposits, sir. Another 60,000 crores is allocated towards food subsidies, sir. Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana has been recently extended until December 2022, sir. Given the inflation and food grain shortage, it is wise to extend it further, sir. Narega has been allocated another 16,400 crores, but it still falls short of last year's expenditure by 8,600 crores. Maybe they will cover it in the next demand for grants. Andhra Pradesh was allocated only 14 crore man-days, sir, which was reduced to 9.68 crore man-days. This comes on back of roads and railways, has to come from the state, sir. If these projects has to go forward, and if central government wants states to take this forward, these cess and surcharges has to be shared with the state governments. Otherwise, states like Andhra Pradesh, no projects can go forward, sir. In 22-23 budget, it's all about capex expenditure, sir. Minister has talked about capex expenditure. We all members have talked about capex expenditure, and everyone said it's a silver bullet for all the problems that is there in this country, sir. Government has an ambitious capex target of 7.5 lakh crore. It was 24% higher than previous year, sir. But CAG data indicates that between April and October 2022, expenditure was around 4 lakh crores. It was almost close to 50%, sir. Under the supplementary demand for grants, capex has been augmented by 31,000 crores, indicating that close to 60% of the target will be achieved. Government may say capex happens only when states come together, projects are identified, land allocation from the state side is done, and various other reasons, sir. Let me give you various avenues that are available in Andhra Pradesh, various projects that are allocated to Andhra Pradesh, which are looking for capex spending from the union government, sir. There are 7 projects that are waiting from them, sir. Avenue 1, Polavaram project, sir. It was lifeline of Andhra Pradesh. It was supposed to solve drinking and irrigation problems of many districts of Andhra Pradesh and lakhs of acres in Andhra Pradesh, sir. It was adjudged as a national project as well in Bifurcation Act, sir. But there are so many issues that are pending with the union government, sir. Pending investment clearance for the revised cost estimate to the tune of 55,000 crores is still pending with the union government. Funding for drinking water is to the tune of 4,000 crores is still pending with the union government. Removal of component-wise restriction. We have been representing it to the union government too many times. An expenditure of 2,000 crores has been rejected because of that. It is still pending with the union government. R&R package, resettlement and rehabilitation package. It's still pending with the union government. We have been making so many requests with the government. It's not been happening. The left side of the project, to the tune of almost 40,000 acres, R&R package has not been initiated from the union government. If union government is so serious about capex, this is the project that they should really look into, sir. Avenue number 2, education institutions. Sir. There were so many education institutions that was promised for Andhra Pradesh after the state has been divided. IIT, IIM, ISR, NIT, Central University, Petroleum University, Agri University, IIIT, Tribal University, and AIMS, except AIMS. None of the institutions that I have mentioned in the review meeting that has held in early 2022, sir, before the budget was announced. Coming to the fiscal deficit, now the government is asking for additional expenditure of 3.26 lakh crores, sir. This will definitely push the central fiscal deficit to exceed the budget target of 6.4% by around 80,000 to 1 lakh crores, sir. Center has many times schooled states for exceeding their fiscal deficit. It's time center to lead either by example or understand the state's concerns and increase the borrowing limit, sir. 9,951 crores has been given as GST compensation to the states. It's very much appreciable, sir. But center's revenue from cesses and surcharges has raised from 10.4% in 2011 to 26.7% in 21-22, sir. To strengthen the federal structure, either extend the GST compensation by 5 years or share the surcharges with the states, sir. Because PMGSY, JJM, and land acquisition costs that has to be incurred by the states towards the roads and railways has to come from the states, sir. Unless, if these projects has to go forward, and if central government wants states to take this forward, these cess and surcharges has to be shared with the state governments. Otherwise, states like Andhra Pradesh, no projects can go forward, sir. In 22-23 budget, it's all about capex expenditure, sir. Minister has talked about capex expenditure. We all members have talked about capex expenditure, and everyone said it's a silver bullet for all the problems that is there in this country, sir. Government has an ambitious capex target of 7.5 lakh crore. It was 24% higher than previous year, sir. But CAG data indicates that between April and October 2022, expenditure was around 4 lakh crores. It was almost close to 50%, sir. Under the supplementary demand for grants, capex has been augmented by 31,000 crores, indicating that close to 60% of the target will be achieved. Government may say capex happens only when states come together, projects are identified, land allocation from the state side is done, and various other reasons, sir. Let me give you various avenues that are available in Andhra Pradesh, various projects that are allocated to Andhra Pradesh, which are looking for capex spending from the union government, sir. There are 7 projects that are waiting from them, sir. Avenue 1, Polavaram project, sir. It was lifeline of Andhra Pradesh. It was supposed to solve drinking and irrigation problems of many districts of our campus, sir. Land has been given to that. We are waiting for the capex to be spent on that. And third avenue, sir, there was in that last budget, Finance Minister has mentioned about interlinking of Godavari and Penna. Godavari and Penna interlinking will solve many problems, irrigation problems, drinking water problems in Andhra Pradesh, because Godavari basin has excess amount of water that is available, about 250 TMC, sir. And that was announced in the last budget, and that has been mentioned as one of the capex projects, sir. But nothing has been happened in the last 8 months. Nothing has been discussed, no DPRs, nothing has been forwarded in that direction, sir. And avenue number 4, just 2-3 minutes, sir. Avenue number 4, with regards to the health infra, sir. Andhra Pradesh, with a population of 5.2 crores, we had only 13 districts when the YSR Congress Party and YS Jagannath Reddy Garu became CM in 2019, sir. After he became CM, he realized decentralization of administration is the way forward. That's why he created each parliament as one district. And the first thing that we identified in each district was the lacuna with regards to the healthcare and education, sir. When we realized that, we have proposed for 17 medical colleges, sir. We forwarded that proposal to the union government. 3 have been agreed. Yes, 1 is in my constituency, which is being supported by the union government, but that's not last one, which, but that is not the case. Another 14 are still in the pipeline, sir. The same thing with the road projects as well, sir. There's so many announcements that have been made with the road projects, sir. Works of 1,50,000 crores are under implementation, sir. Another 48,000 crores has been awarded, sir. So when these are going to see the light of the day, sir, unless the capex has been spent, sir. And railway projects, last 2 points, sir. Railway projects have been sanctioned to the tune of 9,000 crores, sir, for the year 22-23. When they sanctioned it, we mentioned it, sir. Are you going to spend this amount or not? As we are seeing, it's not being spent, sir, because the reason they are giving is, let the state give the land, then we'll spend with regards to the new line, sir. Sir, all these agreements were made before the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh. We are ready to renegotiate. The revenues
you,
of the...
Ramakrishna.
Sir, last one point, sir, last one point, special categories. All these were made before 2014, sir. So we are asking to renegotiate, sir, so that these projects can be taken forward, sir. Last and final one, sir, with regards to the special category status, sir. There is no denying...
How many total last points?
Last point, sir. This is the last one, sir. There is no denying bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh was done in an unscientific manner, sir. Not only we lost our capital in Hyderabad, which was a major revenue source to Telangana, sir, but also inherited higher debts and liabilities, sir. Andhra
Thank
was
you.
left with 45% revenues and 58%
Sri Hanuman Belival.
To overcome these challenges, Andhra was promised special category.
One second. Conclude.
Policies may change, sir, but the promises should never be forgotten, sir. We believe the